Hi guys, good day. This is Teacher MJ, and our topic for today class, it's all about geometric series. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So geometric series class is you are referring to the sum of the geometric sequence. So example number 1, find the sum of the first 5 terms of this given sequence 4, 12, 36, 108. So the thing that you will do class to find the sum is you just simply add the numbers 4 plus 12 plus 36 plus 108. Now, since this is 5 terms, you're still lacking one more term to get the sum of the 5 terms. So, to do it manually, you just need to add this one, 4 plus 12 plus 36 plus 108, plus another one more term. Since this is 5 terms, we only have given 4 terms. So, you can actually do it manually, but it will take time. That's why we have the formula. And the formula, there would be S of n. So, S of n, this will be the number of terms, or the sum of the terms that you are told to find. So sum of the first 5 terms, so S of n, equals A sub 1 is the first term, quantity 1 minus R, R is the common ratio, n will be the number of terms all over 1 minus R. So let's try to solve this one using the formula, then later on we will do it manually for you to really compare. Okay, so let's answer this one. So S of n, that would be S sub 5, the sum of the first 5 terms. A sub 1 is the first term, 4. Quantity 1 minus R is the common ratio. Now, to get the common ratio, simply divide the second term by the first term. So, 12 divided by 4, that's 3. So, the common ratio is 3. You also need to check class the third term divided by the second term. So, 36 divided by 12 is 3. So, if they have the same answer, therefore, the common ratio is 3. That's how you get the common ratio class. Simply divide the second term by the first term and third term by the second term to really check if they have the same answer. Once their answer are the same, therefore the common ratio is 3. So 3 raised to the power of n will be the number of terms. That's 5 terms. You are told to find the sum of the first 5 terms. So you have 5 terms for n. N1 minus r is 3. So this will be S sub 5, the sum of the first 5 terms, 4 times 1 minus 3 raised to the power of 5 class. It means that you multiply 3 by itself 5 times. So there would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3, that would be 81. 81 times 3, that's 81 times 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 243. So once again, 3 times 3 raised to the power of 5. It means you multiply 3 by itself 5 times. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So that will be 243. Alright, so this will be 243 all over 1 minus 3. That's negative 2. So this will be S sub 5 equals 4 times, you subtract this one, simplify the parentheses, 1 minus 243, that's negative 242 all over negative 2. So in this scenario class, you have two solutions. It's either you can multiply this one, 4 times negative 242, and then your answer you divide it by 2, or you can simplify this one first. Okay, the fractions 4 divided by 2, since we can divide 4 by 2. So in my case class, if I will be answering this one, I need to simplify this one first. And then the answer for this one is I need to divide it by this one. So that's the thing that I will do. It depends on you class. You can do it this way, 4 times negative 242 divided by negative 2. Or you can just simply divide this one first to make the numbers more, okay, easy. It will be easier for you class to solve this one. So 4 divided by negative 2, that's negative 2, because you will get small numbers. So 4 divided by negative 2, that's negative 2. Then you multiply this one. Negative 2 times negative 242. Okay, so negative 2. Alright, negative 2 times negative 242. So let's ignore first the signs. Of course, negative times negative, it will be positive. Alright, so negative... let's ignore the signs. So 242 times 2, because our answer here class, negative times negative, it will be positive. So I just cancel this out, because 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 488 484. So that's the answer, class. S sub 5 is equals to 484. Alright, so that's the sum of the first 5 terms. Now, if you want to answer this one with another solution, so S sub 5, let's try the other solution. 4 times negative 242 divided by negative 2. So you can multiply that up. If you're confused in dividing 4 divided by negative 2, go ahead, multiply that one. So 242 times 4. Of course, this is negative. Negative 242 times 4, it will be negative. The answer will be negative. Positive times negative is negative. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So negative 968. And then divided by negative 2. Of course, your answer will be positive because negative times negative is positive. So 968 divided by 2. So this will be 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down 6. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract 0. Bring down 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Then 0. So this is positive because negative divided by negative is positive. So the answer is 484. You will get the same answer, class. But for me, it's easy for you to answer this one if you just divide 4 divided by negative 2. Okay, so let's answer this one, class, manually. Let's check if we get the same answer. So we're still lacking one more term, and our common ratio is 3. We checked that a while ago. Our common ratio is 3. So multiply 108 by 3. So 8 times 3 is 24. 4 carry 2. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. So 324 will be the next term. Since this is 5 terms, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's add this up to check if we really get 484. So 324 plus 108 plus 36. So this will be plus 12, then plus 4. Alright, so let's add this up. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus 4 is 24. 4 carry 2. Then 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. 484, class. So you get the same answer, right? So 484. So you can do it manually, but once again, it will take time. So that's why we do have the formula. So our answer for number 1 is 484. So then the next term is 324. 484. Alright, so let me just write here. S sub 5 is 484. So let's try number 2. There are some cases, class, that you don't need to use the formula. You just look at the terms and you can answer it right away. So let's try number 2. So find the sum of the first 6 terms of this given sequence. So 6 terms 3, negative 6, 12, negative 24. So first thing to do, we substitute the equation. So this will be S sub 6. We are referring to the sum of the 6 terms, first 6 terms. A sub 1 is 3. Then 1 minus, we get the common ratio. So second term divided by the first term. So negative 6 divided by 3. So that will be negative 2. Then you check, you also divide third term by the second term. So 12 divided by negative 6. So positive divided by negative is negative 2. So the common ratio is negative 2. Alright. So this will be R is negative 2. You put parentheses, class. Since we already have a sign, the minus sign. So we're not allowed that the signs are close to each other. So therefore we put parentheses. So this will be negative 2, then parentheses. Our n is the number of terms, 6 terms. Alright, 6 terms. So the n is 6, then close parentheses. All over 1 minus, our R is negative 2. So you put parentheses, then negative 2. So this will be 3. So sum of the 6 terms. So once again, you put parentheses, class, because we already have the minus sign. 1 minus the equation, class. Okay, the formula 1 minus, then your R is negative 2. That's why you put parentheses. Because we're not allowed to have two negatives close to each other. So that's why we need to put parentheses. So this will be 1 minus, so 2 raised to the power, negative 2 raised to the power of 6. It means that you multiply negative 2 by itself 6 times. So negative 2 times negative 2. that will be positive 4 times negative 2, that's negative 8. So we already have 3 2's, 1 2 3. So this will be negative 8 times negative 2. Negative times negative is positive 16 times negative 2. This will be 16 times negative 2, that's negative 32. So we only have 1 2, how many 2's now? 1 2 3 4 5. Last one, negative 32 times negative 2. The answer is negative times negative, which should be positive 64. Alright, so this will be positive 64. And this one, this will be 1 minus. So this one, class, is you need to multiply the signs. Right, so negative times negative, and this will be positive, class. Okay, the sign will be positive because, once again, do not multiply 1 times 2. You only multiply the signs because we have 2 signs here. So negative times negative is positive, then copy 2. So our S sub 6 equals 3 times 1 minus 64. That's negative 63 all over, or close parenthesis, then divide. 1 plus 2 is 3. Alright, and then you can cancel this out. So cancel 3. So the remaining will be 1. Or negative 63. 1 times negative 63 is negative 63. So you cancel this out, and the remaining will be this negative 63. So the sum, okay, so the sum S sub 6 is equals to negative 63. That's the answer, class, for number 2. Alright, because we can divide 3 by 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times negative 63 is negative 63. So that's the answer for number 2. Easy for number 2, right? Quite complicated because the ratio is negative. But that's the thing that you will do. Alright, so let's try number 3. Now for number 3 and 4, class, you don't need to use the formula. Why is that, sir? So it's because for number 3, if you're getting the sum of the 6 terms, you try to check, class. If you will be adding this one, okay? If you will be adding this one, negative 3 plus 3, this is 0. So negative 3 plus 3, this will be 0. Then the other one, negative 3 plus 3, this will be 0. So 0 plus 0. Okay, let me explain that for number 6. For number 6 and for number 4, okay, the teacher will give you this kind of example. You don't need to use the formula because you can just simply, okay, simply look at this one, and then you get the sum. Example number 6. Negative 3, 3. Negative 3, 3, negative 3, 3. So once again, you're referring to the sum. So if you add this one, negative 3, this one, negative 3 plus 3, this will be 0, right? This is 0. Negative 3 plus 3, this is cancel. This is 0. And then you add this another, another 3, 3, negative 3 and 3. Negative 3 plus another 3, this will be 0. Then negative 3 plus another 3, this will be 0. So 0 plus 0 plus 0, okay, this will be 0. So the S sub 6, or the sum of the 6 terms of this given sequence, is 0. Because if you do it manually, class, you will get 0. So negative 3 plus 3 equals 0, plus negative 3 plus 3, okay, this will be the case, class. Negative 3 plus 3 plus another negative 3 plus 3 plus another negative 3 plus 3. So you can cancel this out. You can cancel this out because negative 3 plus 3, that's 0. And you can cancel this out. So not using the equation, class, you know that the sum will be 0. So that's how you answer, class, number 3 and 4. You check, class, the sequence. Okay, so the answer for number 3, S sub 6. So number 2 is S sub 6 is negative 63 a while ago. And S sub 6 for number 3 is 0. Even if we use the formula. Okay, let's try to use the formula. Okay, S sub n. So S sub 6 for number 3. First term is negative 3 times 1 minus r is the common ratio. So common ratio is, so you divide, class, 3 divided by negative 3. So 3 divided by negative 3. that's negative 1. You also check the third term by the second, divide by the second term. Negative 3 divided by 3, that's negative 1. So the common ratio is negative 1. You put parentheses, then negative 1, then n is 6, then close parentheses. So the common ratio is negative 1. Once again, you always need to put parentheses because our common ratio is negative 1, and you already have a negative sign before negative. We already have in the equation class, you already have the formula, you already have the negative, and your common ratio is negative 1, so that's why we need to put parentheses, because we're not allowed to have two signs close to each other. And then 1 minus, the common ratio is negative 1. So this will be S sub 6. Let's check if we get 0. Negative 3 times, this is 1 minus negative 1 raised to the power of 6. This is negative 1 times negative 1. This will be positive 1. So you multiply negative 1 by itself 6 times, and your answer will be positive 1. Because negative times negative is positive. So we have 2 even negatives. So negative times negative is positive. Another 2 negatives. So this is example, this is 1, 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, and negative 1, and another negative 1 and negative 1. So therefore, this should be positive. Negative times negative is positive, negative times negative is positive, and negative times negative is positive. But if you're confused with this one, class, go ahead. You can multiply this one 6 times. Negative 1 times negative 1, that's positive 1, times negative 1. So we already have 3 negative 1s. 1 times negative 1, that's negative 1, times another negative 1. So we already have 4. Negative 1 times negative 1, that's positive 1, times negative 1. So fifth negative 1, that would be negative 1, times negative 1, and the answer is positive 1. So the answer is positive 1. Then this will be all over 1 minus, this will be 1 minus negative 1. So you multiply the signs, so negative times negative, this will be positive 1 plus 1. So S sub 6 equals negative 3 times 1 minus 1 is 0, all over 1 plus 1 is 2. So S sub 6 equals negative 3 times 0, that is 0. Any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. So 0 divided by 2 is equals to 0. So that's why our answer a while ago is 0. So you can do it manually, class. It will take time if you do it this way. By just checking at the sequence, you already know that the answer is 0. Same with number 4, class. So let's try number 4. So if you check this one, class, let's just do it manually, class, because there are some cases that the examples can be answered by doing it manually. By just looking at the sequence, you already know that you can answer this up by just doing it manually. So for number 4, class, find the sum of the first 8 terms of this given sequence. We already know that if we add this one, 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4, since we have 8 terms and the numbers are just the same, so plus 3 over 4, so plus 3 over 4, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now in fractions, class, if they have the same denominators, if you will be adding these fractions, of course the next number will be 3 over 4, 3 over 4, because the common ratio, class, is just 1. Okay, 1 times 3 over 4, that's 3 over 4. 3 over 4 times 1, that's 3 over 4. So that's why you have 3 over 4, the same numbers. So if you add this one up, very easy. For the rules of fractions, simply copy the denominator. So copy 4 and then add the numerator. So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24. Or you can multiply 3 times 8 because we have 3 8s. 3 times 8 is 24. Then divide 24 divided by 4, that is 6. So for number 4, class, the sum of the first 8 terms, that would be 6. That's it, class, for number 4. S sub 6 is, it's S sub 8. Sum of the first 8 terms, that is 6. So there are some cases, class, that you will not use the formula. because you can do it manually. So you try number 5 class and you put your answer in the comment section down below. Okay, you try number 5 and you put your answer in the comment section down below. I will be checking that one. So once again, if you want to know the solution of number 4, feel free to leave a comment on the comment section down below, because I will be solving the equation or the solution for number 4. So try to answer number 5, and I hope you learned something new today. So if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe. You share it to your friends, class, and to your classmates so that we can help more students, more people, so that math would be easy as it could. So once again, this is Teacher MJ, and you have a great day. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.